Hello, welcome to Joburg Today. My name is Maps. Our crew went to the India Business Seminar to hear and see how Joburg fits in the business relationship between India and South Africa. As part of the Festival of India and South Africa, the India Business Seminar held in Johannesburg Sandton Convention Centre focuses on the commitment to drive increased trade and investments between both countries.
We thought that this festival would really not be complete unless we were to undertake a business seminar, because business is what defines our relationship in a most distinctive manner. Johannesburg is the hub of the economic activity. Most of our IT sector is located in Johannesburg because of excellent facilities and connectivity. So Johannesburg is very central to increased Indian economic activity in South Africa. We are trying to gear it in a manner that contributes to job creation, contributes to value addition, greater, even in the mineral sector, minerals beneficiation.
Sandton is a fantastic case study and an example of how infrastructure development unlocks economic opportunities. How in a short space of 2 square kilometers, you've got one of the best hubs for competitiveness. South Africa will be a regional headquarters for the BRICS Development Bank. What that means for us is that we will play an active role in terms of what that BRICS Bank will do for investment, and the 2 key focus areas of the bank is on infrastructure and green energy projects. There's been an equal commitment by the 5 countries to contribute $10 billion US. And the idea is that as the bank grows, there'll be an opportunity to finance outside of the 5 BRICS countries. And so there will be opportunity to invest in other, let's call them dynamic emerging market communities.
Promoting business ventures between India and South Africa, this serves as a step towards the creation of jobs and enhancing economic growth. I'm Butumalo Larato for Joburg Today.
This is Yolanda, and you're watching Joburg Today.
If you have any comments for us or there's something that you'd like to see on this show, keep in touch with us through social media by following us on Twitter at Joburg Today, liking our Facebook page, joburgtoday.tv, and don't forget, hashtag Joburg Today. And while you're on the go, check us out on pockettv.mobi, and that is pocket with an I. Last week, you saw UJ's Cecil solar car, and now we show you this year's car.
The students are so excited. It's nice to use this in the curriculum in our classroom. So we actually take Langa into the classrooms at 3rd year and final year level. So the students do get to design and redesign the stuff that we work on. And you can see the excitement, you can see the sense of belonging to the project. And I think it brings the idea of, as our engineers of the future has to have this responsibility towards creating a green and sustainable future, and that the responsibility lies with them, that the engineers have to solve those type of problems.
We've had some interesting challenges on the project. Some silly ones, some little delays with imports and manufacturing delays. Composites we had to learn from scratch, electronics. There's complications end to end. There's nothing easy about the project, but the reality is we wouldn't be doing it if it wasn't difficult. So we've had challenges, but fun challenges that we get to explore and get to learn from. What we're looking at is of course to do well in the competition. That's our main goal, is to compete with the world best. They've got major experience on us, but we do want to take them on and see how well we can do, see how we match up to the rest of the world.
The investment that we made into this challenge was a sponsorship of R1 million. It wasn't a cash sponsorship, but it was a sponsorship of product. So basically the team could choose any of the products that we distribute into the market, up to the value of R1 million. What we're hoping in terms of an outcome for the event is basically the same as what they are trying to achieve in terms of an objective, which is certainly a top 3 finish. And if the team gets into the top 3, then we're going to be very happy.
RS Components has invested $1 million worth of electrical components in this year's UJ's solar car, which Elanga 2 is promising to be bigger and better, and hopefully win this year's Cecil Solar Car Challenge. I'm Pitumelo Pelesa for Joburg Today.
Hi, I'm Fortune Shawalala and you're watching Joburg Today.
We have heard so many things about rare diseases such as Ebola. Noshina chats to Kelly about these diseases.
Joining me in studio is Kelly du Plessis of Rare Diseases South Africa. Kelly, welcome to Joburg today. Great
Thanks
to have
for
you on the
having me.
show. Now, you're not a doctor, but you started this organization. What's your story? What inspired you?
My son was originally diagnosed with a rare condition in 2010, and at the time there was no support available to anyone with this condition. So it started off as merely a support group for his particular type of condition, and then, as luck would have it, I was thrown into the lives of families that were in similar circumstances that also didn't have much support. So from there, I just realized that there was more that needed to be done, and we started this organization, and in less than a year, we're close to 1,600 patients already, so it's definitely a vast need for it.
So you're thrown into your destiny as well.
I think so.
How's your son doing?
He's doing really nicely at the moment. That's something that often comes up. People will ask, how is it that you manage? And I think by being able to turn a negative into a positive is really helpful long term.
Very inspirational. And you work with patients across Africa.
Correct, yeah. So we've got a lot of patients in Southern Africa. We obviously initially started in South Africa, but since then patients from surrounding countries have come forward, and even up towards Ivory Coast. So we've got patients from all over the place.
I'm sure you had to do a lot of research, etc.
Yes, I do. Research is part of my day, every day.
And you work with a lot of doctors across the continent?
That is correct, yes. We try and establish centers of excellence, or doctors who have a specific interest in a particular disorder, and then assist them in what they need to set up a research center, etc. Because it's just so important, and I think that's one of the things that does South Africa an injustice, is the fact that we have lack of research available. So at least it helps us. We have our very own genetic sort of disposition here in South Africa, and it's really, really interesting to find out how certain things are moved from one patient to another, and amongst different regions and stuff in South Africa. It's important to know that.
Do you have Ebola patients? Are you dealing in some way involved with research around this outbreak? Because countries all over the world scrambling for answers right now to contain this disease.
Yeah, not so much at the moment, no, but I think we're quite grateful at this stage to be pretty confident that Ebola hasn't hit South African shores yet. But obviously there's a general concern worldwide, and I think it's on everybody's lips at the moment, and everyone's trying to be vigilant in terms of monitoring themselves for development of symptoms, etc., making sure that they are, well aware of what's going on within their bodies to make sure that they haven't contracted it along the way.
What are the symptoms?
Much like flu. So you would start with, some people say sore throat, that is one of the conditions, other diarrhea, runny stomachs, nausea, vomiting, muscle pains and joint pain, etc. I think it's very difficult to initially differentiate it from the average stomach bug or the average flu, but there is a rash that develops, as well as often bleeding tendencies.
But this is a killer disease that we're talking about.
Yes, 50 to 80% is the mortality rate, so that's very, very high. So if you're presenting with any of those symptoms and you're concerned, rather go to a doctor and be checked out than, presume that you don't have it.
Given the fact that this is such a deadly disease to encounter, would you say it's fair to suggest to people not to travel to countries in Africa that are heavily affected by it?
I would really, if it was me and I was needing to travel up to a place that I knew was infected with Ebola at the moment, I would really think long and hard about the risks versus the advantages of travel.
Kelly du Plessis of Rare Diseases South Africa, thank you so much for your time today and for your contribution to Joburg today.
Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Screwless and you're watching Joburg today.
Check out the special focus section to see what's happening in and around Johannesburg, and check out our brand new show, Gold Stack on Gadgets. That's it from me, Maps. I leave you with Screwless by Rubber Duck.
Back in ETV.
I got screw loose in my shoe. I got screw loose just for you. I got screw loose for Cape Town. And when you find me on the street with screw loose in my feet, you know Cape Town's my playground. My playground. I got screw loose in my head. 10 shots, knock, knock, who's there? On the rocks we roll through Cape Town. And I say, sweet, who said it's a crime to drink whiskey mixed with lime? All this time we fight for one more night, we fight. Please don't take these so feet. From this street, please save my soul. Put the screw back in my shoe, and please don't stop it. I won't stop until my heart stops loving you. I got a screw loose in my shoe. I got a screw loose just for you, and know how the city waits for the showdown. Between the heel and the floor, between the Zepfolk and the door. All this time we fight for one more night. We fight. Please don't take these feet from this street. Please save my soul. Put the screw back in my shoe, and please don't stop it. I won't stop until my heart stops loving you. I got a screw loose in my shoe. I got a screw loose just for you. I got a screw loose for Cape Town. And please don't take these feet from this street. Please save my soul. Put the screw back in my shoe, and please don't stop it. I won't stop until my heart stops loving you.